Hi, today I'm with Virginia from Experience. Hi, Virginia.
Hi, Catherine, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us today. So, Virginia, today I want to ask you about the resume, the CV in particular, and I'd like to know, when you're evaluating a candidate's resume, what are you looking at? What are the first things you're looking at?
Good question. So this comes to some things like, for example, not finding only the title of the position, and well, because for example, if we think of a project manager in one company does not do the same thing as a project manager in another company. So it doesn't bring any value if you just write your title and without any explanation of what you did. Also, the complete opposite is a totally no-go. If you write project manager and you write, let's say, 7 lines of what you have been doing non-stop, of the different obligations and tasks that you had in the role, this could also be a no-go. So let's say that a proper CV has to have the title of the position that you held, and at the same time some bullet points with the main things that you did. That would be, yes, great. And I'm thinking that another no-go is spelling mistakes. This is something that really nerves, it gets us in the nerves, and for this we usually recommend that all of the candidates, when they write their CVs, that they have it checked by another person. So always 4 eyes will see more than 2 eyes, and that would be our advice.
Okay, and so we often hear of this 6-second rule, that recruiters would first give just a 6-second or 10-second look at a resume. So if you're telling me about like the description of the jobs and explaining how a project manager in one company is different, that's well beyond 6 seconds. So if we rephrase the question, like what things do you first put your eyes on? Like what key information, or besides explaining the roles, like the other key points that we should find in a resume?
There are certain things that, according to, let's say, the Swiss market, have to be in all of the resumes. If we talk about the personal information, that's something that we always have to have it complete, and these are things like complete name, complete address, marital status, the date of birth, if you have kids, the email address, the phone number with the dialing code, and all of these things. These are things that we pay attention, because I cannot call or contact a person that has not written his or her email address in a CV, and this happens, so it's not something so atypical. But obviously, apart from let's say, the title and the description of what the person has been doing, there has to be education at the same time. That's something that we obviously pay attention to. And sometimes as well in the IT market, we pay attention to a skills matrix. Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what skill matrix is?
Well, please explain it to us.
Maybe it would be as well interesting, yes, to tell everybody. In our market, we have different technologies in the IT, different profiles, and it's very useful for the recruiters to see how many years of experience has a person had with certain technology, or for example, how confident you feel, or what an expert level do you have for certain technology.
Okay, so if we transpose also to non-IT fields, if they're more like technical experiences, the matrix would be about listing those technical experiences and then putting them in perspective of some you might know but be a starter with, some others you might know and have done for 10 years, so you would basically present that perspective in your resume.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can do it with basic, intermediate or expert, or you can do as well 5 years of experience with this, 3 years of experience with that, some months of experience with one.
Okay, perfect. And are there clear no-goes, like things that should absolutely not be done in the resume, besides, of course, you mentioned like the spelling mistakes?
Yes. I think that, for example, sometimes the resumes come with a lot of pages. There's not certain rule like 1 page is correct, 2 pages is correct. I would say no, feel free to write about your experience, but also do not try to limit yourself and not to send a CV with 17 pages, right?
Okay.
So be reasonable, right, on this.
So pages is not so important, but on the other hand, it shouldn't be too text heavy because it's taking some of your time, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, is there anything else you can think of that...
No, I think as well, it brings a lot of value when there is a picture and all of the information about the skills and what the person has been doing. Yes, it also, if you can modify it a little bit regarding the position that you're applying with, that also helps, right? The kind of customization of the CV before sending it to a position. If they are looking for someone who did coaching or training and you have not included it in your standard CV, just write it down in the new customized version.
Okay, well, that's great tips.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Virginia.
Thank you, Catherine, for your time.